Okay, what's up, creepers? Hey, Geekers, Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Pierre, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in, man. I'm really not liking how YouTube is doing this now. It used to have your actual name, but it's the @namer. Thank God I know a lot of you guys. Or I'd feel like a douchebag, not, Oh my God. I want to grab something real quick because this is bothering me. This console has just been sitting around for so long. I know you can't see it yet. It's dusty. We're going to attempt to swap controller inputs. DB9s or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't care. In a 2600 console here, I'm gonna try a few new things here. Excuse me. I'm gonna put like one of these goal things up. Hoo-wee. Let's not get greedy. Oh man, we'll do it for an hour. I'm curious. So, that works. No pressure. I'm just curious as to what happens more than anything. So I guess you could start goals now. And I'm mainly just doing that to see what what these stream features do. Of course, I would love the fucking super chats, but I'm not really worried about that too much. But I do have a copy of Demon Attack for the Intellivision and a set of thumb buddies that I am willing to send out to one of the 5, 10, 12, whoever does it within this stream of whatever the goal is set. I don't even know how much I set it for. Fuck. See the goal. I don't know. A yellow stripe, whatever the hell that is. Whatever the yellow stripe is. Let me get back to the chat here. I will pick somebody by the end, but you have to live in the lower 48 states, unfortunately, because I don't have money to ship it, first of all. But not to anywhere kooky outside of my regulations. So, rather than just be like, hey guys, can you give me super chats? I'm gonna do little giveaways. I have a whole bunch of stuff here. We've been talking about that a lot over the past year and a half, 2 years, and I'm finally gonna start implementing it. So, if I reach my super chat goal of $5, $10 super chats, everybody that does that, as long as they're in the lower 48 states, will be in for this. I don't know how I'll be doing it just yet. Maybe I'll just pick. No, I'm just kidding. I got a notepad over here. I'll write down names, crumple it up, and we'll put it in the fucking hat. We'll do it all in real time. So if you feel fucking inclined to, please. If not, don't even worry about it. Don't forget about it. All right. Let me show you what we got going on here. All right. I'm sorry for the light and all that crap. It's fucking the sun. The window's right fucking here. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Literally, a failure to communicate. In that there is a prong on the player one controller port, the bottom left one, which literally helps you go left, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's snapped. So that renders this kind of useless for a lot of games, man. So my goal here is to literally unsolder both of them and put this in the right spot, and then just put this one here as a placeholder until I can find maybe a broken console to Frankenstein a part out. I don't know if it'll work if I leave the other one out. So we will absolutely replace it. Oh shoot, did I fire up my soldering iron? I did. Let me prime the tip real quick. I know we don't even have the box open yet. But it's been a while since I've actually used my soldering iron. I don't remember if I tin the tip before I put it away. You should always do that. Just before you shut your soldering iron off, Hit it real quick with some solder and just let it cool like that. And life will be grand. This is not your traditional Atari 2600 Junior. PJ, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in, man. This is not your typical 2600 Junior. This is a, I want to say it's an Australian clone, but I don't know. That was the best I could come up with. And the guy who gave it to me, which a lot of you probably know, he calls himself Mr. Wizard. And he actually uses Mr. Wizard as his avatar in a lot of things. A number of years he was real popular for making these transparent Nintendo cards for Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters 2 or one of those games, but he put the slime inside of it, you know? And he was really popular for that. And he did a couple other games. I think he did a couple of Genesis games. Might have done like a Splatter House combo, like 1, 2, 3. I don't know. But a Genesis. But he was a buddy of mine out in Arizona. Not close, but, you know, a more than casual acquaintance. We were part of the same crew down in Arizona. We were called the Cunts. And that stood for something. But I'm not going to say what it is because it's a private group. That I'm still a member of. I don't go in there. I mean, there's not really much going on. But I had done something for him. And he says, you know what? I got something over here I'd like to give you. And he explained to me what it was. And I was like, yeah, thanks, dude. And we do have a video on this from a long time ago. I think I put it in a folder called Attack of the Clones. So if you guys are so inclined to check that out either after the stream or fuck it, just go now. I don't care. I'm fucking easy, guys. I'm fucking easy. You know what? Let's do this. This is a little spider catching thing I have. I love jumping spiders, and I like catching them. I put them back, but I'm looking for one that's all white with a little bit of black on his boxing gloves. How rad would that fucking be? Do I have my tweezers over here? I do. Your mom's a poo. Let me address not being on for the past couple of days. I'm fucked up in the head. Moving on. So, what's cool about this thing, here, I'll give you, that's the sticker on it. Can you see it? It doesn't look like you can from my end. I'll just do that. You know, maybe I'll eventually have a professional setup. Probably not. Don't fucking hold your breath. But it's got that. You remember the 32-in-1 cartridge? It's got that built in. So if you don't put a cartridge in this thing when you fire it up, which I haven't even tested to see if it still works. It's been sitting around for so damn long. This comes apart so much better than the actual Atari 2600 Junior, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's got the 31 and 2 or 11 teen. It's got games built in, so if you fire it up without a cartridge in it, all these games will pop up. And that's cool. I like that. So I'll just pull this bad Larry right out of its encrusted home. Actually, it's in really nice shape. I take care of my stuff for the most part. I know I look pretty ghetto. And I am. I'm poor. But I tend to take care of what little I do have. Except I like to lose screws like that, you know. Fucking gravity. Gravity can eat an ass. Preferably mine. It is dusty. We will care for that. I don't think I'm going to need this at all. So let's get that out of the way. Get my nifty little brush out. And I'll show you what we're dealing with here. It's been a long time since I've been in this. I'm curious as to what these things were for. The IC areas, you know. I bet you this board was used for a number of different things. So you have your on-off right here, right? And what's after the on-off? That's right, the black and white switch, which this doesn't have. The slider is still there, but there's nothing on the board. And as far as your reset and select, it's just like a little metal thing that touches a piece of metal underneath it. There's literally just like a staple underneath the thing. I don't know if you can see that. But when you press the button in down, it just makes a simple connection. Electricity is awesome. It's like a cheap whore. You know, until you open these things up, they seem so magical. But then you're like, oh, it's just a flimsy piece of metal that touches a staple. I mean, it's probably not exactly a staple, but you know what I mean. Pretty cool stuff. Bears fan, what's going on? Howard, aren't we all? Hope you're feeling better, brother. I really appreciate that, man. It's been a rough fucking week, and one of those I don't know if I'm going to make it through it kind of weeks, but we'll make it happen. We always fucking make it happen. So it looks like the board, for the most part, is clean, and I don't really have to do much to it. I do have a can of deoxit here, which I probably will still hit it with, if anything, inside the cartridge port. And I do have a TV back there that we can set up afterwards to make sure everything went well. But what we're going to do is we're going to unsolder these bad Larrys right here. And it should be a matter of just removing the solder and sliding it out, and then reversing them, and then tapping them back in with some solder. Again, I don't know if leaving player 2 off this board will render it useless, so I'm just going to put the broken port in it. And there is still a pin in there. There's still a pin, but it's snapped like more than in half. Like 2/3 of it's gone. So the controller can't quite grab onto it and register the movement of left, if you will. That thing looks clean. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. BFG, the big fucking gun. I don't have a BFG, unfortunately. I'm Irish. You know, I may not get in the cave pretty well, but I'll scrape the walls a little. So let's shut the fuck up and just get to work, right? First thing we need to do is remove these bad Larrys. Oh my God, you're whiter than I thought. Fucking whiter. Look, this thing is filthier than that console, and I haven't used that console probably since I was in Arizona. And I've been back here about 10 years now. Holy, I don't think I'm going to be able to use this. Oh man. Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? Adapt and overcome. All right, first of all, let me lock this one down. We're going to use a couple of products to do this. We're going to use a soldering wick, desoldering wick. Lock that. And then I'll slide this bad Larry right in its place. Come on, baby. There we go. Get in there. And let me lock it down with the locking down thing. All right. You know what? I am going to hit it with a little deoxit first, just for giggles. I was going to say, maybe not. We'll let that dry up a little bit. My soldering iron is ready to go, primed, rock and roll. Ooh, ee, ooh. Now I do have a stick of flux here. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it too well with the sun and all that stuff. The sun sucks, right? Fuck the sun. All right, let me get my wick out. Which one should I use? I'll use this guy. It's really no difference, just width, you know. How wide of a wick? I'm going to start with my solder sucker, though. I got one of these nifty little bad Larrys. You know, you put it up there, and as soon as the thing gets hot, you go, and it sucks it in. And you do that and spin it on the floor. And then your lady later on, what'll happen is she'll step on it and be grateful to you for leaving sharp solder on the floor for her feet to get injured with. It's really great. Whoever did this sucks. Whoever did this sucks. Wow. What a poor job. That's all right. That's all right. If you'll excuse me, guys, real quick, I'm going to run over and grab the light. Turn the light on. So I've been home for a couple of days I've been home, but one of the kids had all four of their fucking wisdom teeth pulled. God damn, do I feel bad for her, but she's taking it really well, actually. She's kicking ass. Actually, you know what? Oh, no. Never mind. Wrong one. I wonder if these two are supposed to be bridged. Because they are bridged on this. Interesting. Show you what I'm talking about. If you look right here, two of those pins are bridged by solder. And same on this side. Interesting. I don't know if that's right. Because I know how to use the equipment, and I know how to, I can put things in and take things out. I don't know what the fuck any of this does. I know this holds energy. I know a lot of the things there just kind of reduce it down and slow it and do whatever. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to load it up with some fucking, get a little solder on here. Some flux. And let's begin. What's up? Do you think this is going to go well?
No.
Go fuck your mother.
Question.
Next question. He has never said that to me before. Make sure it flows. There we go. Might take a minute. It doesn't help that I have a real thin soldering tip. A lot of people like to do the flat one. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of that one. Not the biggest fan. Oh, shit. Alright, well. President Predicto just fell. Oh, don't kick off, buddy.
Not even a little bit. Not even 1%.
Your mom. He's real negative today. What the fuck? Maybe he's mad about New York. I know I would be if I lived there, but whatever. Not my pony, not my show. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be bridged. Almost looks like it's done by design. I mean, like the board itself. Not that they just use solder, but I think they just kind of put a giant blob on there just to put a fucking giant blob on there. This is going to be a fucking pain in the ass, isn't it? More flux in here. And I'm just doing one pin at a time. We have an hour. We have more than that if I really wanted to go. And we may, depending on how close we get to actually plugging it into a TV. Wish I could stop these from fucking spinning. But it's just like a cheap Amazon thing that I got on the marketplace. I guess somebody thought they were going to get into electronics and it didn't quite work out so well. So for like $10, I got this cheap soldering iron, which I use out on the porch to weld plastic. This fucking thing. All right, this one here is going to give me a lot of trouble. It doesn't want to fucking flow. So you know what you do? You give this bad Larry a little solder. And hopefully it integrates in with it to melt the existing solder. I know it seems counterintuitive to add solder to remove solder, but it's the fucking way of the samurai, kid. Get with it. think that's about as good as we're going to get for that, except for this one section. Hold on. Let me see what the chat's doing. Does it boot up at all? Yeah, it absolutely boots up. You know what? I haven't tested it. I did make sure power's on. But yeah, and what's cool is if you boot it up without a cartridge, I don't know how soon you came in or not. It has a 32 and one cart built into it. Guys, I need to get some super duper eyeballs here in a second. Hold on. Because I can't tell if we got all right, look at that. I know you can't see it, but glory be. Glory be. I got a lot of people on my Facebook fucking mad at me. Look, I'll just come right out with it. I can't stand fucking socialism. I can't fucking stand it. It's never worked in history. And the reason I don't like it is not because I don't want people to have what they need. I absolutely want everybody to have what they need, with a little bit of extra. But in order for that to happen, you have to have fucking government involved in all cases. And I want them the fuck out of my life altogether. Never mind telling me whether or not I can have a scrap of fucking bread or not, you know? Because that's what ends up happening in almost every situation. People will sit there and cite other countries. Well, this country does it. Yeah, but it's funded by a capitalist fucking program. So, you're defeating the purpose. That is what it is, though. This isn't a political channel. I just can't believe New York fucking voted in. No, you know what? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Here we go. Solder wick. Sucking up all that solder. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. If you're into that kind of, government, whatever, that's cool. I'm not, I'm not going to break your balls or anything because they're to each their own, 31 flavors, all that shit. But historically speaking, it's no bueno. And I gotta cite history before I cite anything else. This EBT bullshit should be a fucking prime example of that, actually. When government's in charge of feeding you, they can fucking be in charge of not feeding you, too. And that's the part I fucking hate. I hate how much fucking control the government has on anything. They're fucking servants. And somehow they're getting rich being in government. It's like, when the fuck did that happen? Oh yeah, when we stopped giving a shit. When people just stopped fucking paying attention and went to convenience, Well, what are you gonna do? Here we go. No, don't move. All right, just wanted to make sure that was good. Fuck, did that suck it? It ain't gonna suck itself. Very cool. Now, I'm already seeing something that's pissing me off. They have this, little tab thing here. There we go. Oh. No, hopefully I didn't just break that. You know what? Let me get the wide one out. The wide world of fucking solder wick. The wide world of desoldering wick. That's not solder wick. Where's the other one I was just using? Put this back. Cheap Amazon shit I picked up. This was actually bought for, if you remember a while ago, we were fucking around with it in television. And that's what it was originally purchased for. Those giant fucking blobs. Those giant blobs. Oh yeah, I remember you said something like that. Just having controller issues. Yeah, the pin that controls left on player 1 is broken. It's missing. Well, most of it anyway. So I joined late. What is the issue with the console? We have player 1, the pin that controls movement left, I don't know what you would want to call it, is broken. So we're just literally going to switcheroo until I can get another one of these at some point. But this is, it's nothing crazy. If something bad goes down, then, yeah, whatever. It's an import clone console. I fucking hate starting these. Oh, man, there we go. That has the 32-in-1 cartridge built into it. How fucking cool is that? How cool is that? Before I pull this out, I want to absolutely make sure it's not connected. Because if I pull this out and it's still connected, then something's going to break. And then we're going to be like, oh, well, that's not advantageous to what we're trying to get done here. Nice. Okay, good. I mean, it's not really about literally watching me solder. I just figured I'd have it on the screen to give you something to look at, you know? All right, let's see if we can't do this without breaking it. Like, there's this little fucking tab right here. Oh, come on. Come on, give it to me. Motherfucker. But we're just swapping the controller ports. You know what I should have done? I should have brought my fucking Atari 800 out. Because I have to reflow the solder on the controller port on that thing. Just reflow it. It's one of those situations where the controller has to be perfectly in a specific place. Like one of those things where you plug it in, and then you bend it just right, and then you put something there to hold it. You guys all know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe not with your 800, but... Alright. So I believe the idea is to get the pins to go through first, and then come down and forward. Because this tab here is facing this way, and there's these two little nipples right here. I mean, I could, in theory, snap this tab and just let it drop. And depending on what's going on here, I may just do that. You know, I didn't even check to see if there were any adhesives on this thing. Nope, there aren't. Oh, come on. Excuse me while I get some more powerful eyeballs. Bringing in the big fucking guns. Bringing in the big fucking guns. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that, goon. Hurts too many feelings. Wow, I am just a douche today, huh? Oh yeah, look at that. There's blobs everywhere. Alright, let's... Okay, no, I wouldn't say blobs everywhere. Fuck you. Put that on there. God, I love the smell of soldering. It's not good for you. Not good for you at all. And sure, it's probably going to give me fucking some kind of cancer. My dumb ass plugged in. What?
Maybe not.
Maybe not what? Maybe not go fuck your mother. When I plugged in the webcam, I wrapped it around the stupid cord of this. So I'm at a risk of losing the picture every time I grab the soldering iron. Alright. Yeah, that's still holding on, man. Okay, I'm gonna put a little flux on it, hit it with the wick again. Might be overkill, but you know what? Whatever. Suck it right up, man. You know you want it. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to hit these other ones in the front just in case, because I think this one might be holding on to. Yeah, I can't fucking tell. Let me get my loop. Get my loop out of the way. Speaking of loops, I don't know if we talked about this at all, but one of my former bosses passed away, and he was known for always having a loop on his actual glasses. A guy by the name of Ken Parker. He passed away here in Mass, I think on the 5th of October. What an amazing mind. Shitty to work for. Good dude. Good dude. All right. Honestly, and I hate to be that guy, but if this doesn't do it, then we might just go into fucking playing games. I don't know. What the fuck did I do with my glasses? My actual glasses. Seriously, what did I do with them? Oh, right here. Oncom, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. So I joined late. Okay. Pin broken on player one controller port. Doing a swapperama. Swapperoo. Cuckoo cachoo. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You want to. I know you do. I can feel it. I can feel it. God, everything's clean. I don't understand why it won't come out. At least I think it is. There we go. Well, I say there we go, like it might be. Yeah, let me fix this now. That way I don't unplug you. There we go. Alright, now I'm starting to get fucking pissed. What the fuck is holding on? Like it's almost out. Yeah, it's just this fucking one right here that just does not want to fucking give up the ghost. Bro, it's coming off, so you can either help me to stop it or you can ignore it. What's that from? All right. So this is the brokey one. What I'm going to do, because I'm stupid, and I'm going to put a number 1 next to this, and number 2 next to this one. That way, that way I put them on properly. All right, we got one off. We got one of them off. That's what your controller port looks like. And if you look real close, I know it's blurring up, but if you look here in the bottom corner, it's a little darker. And that's because the pin is broke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on this side because it's going to go back onto this bad Larry. You know what? We might actually try the board before soldering this one. Nah, fuck it. We'll just solder it back on. No big deal. No big a deal. All right, let me tin my iron here. Let me get my Fluxy McFluxers in. We're going to do the other one now. Right here. Boop, I gotta get some real flux. I got this from that stupid school I went to. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong, I got my certifications, but it didn't do me any fucking favors. I was all excited, you know, and I was learning. I even said to him, I gotta learn how to actually know what all this stuff does, and she's like, absolutely. You know what they taught us? How to go through the book and get the answers, because it was all open book tests. Huh. Yeah, okay, so according to the board here, if you were here earlier, there are 3 pins, and I'll bring it up to you. If you want to know. This pin, can you see what I'm pointing at? No, because I don't know which direction my arm's in. This pin, and this pin are kind of bridged with solder. And you can see that on the board that it's meant to be. And I think what ends up happening is they just fucking put a giant blob there, right? And it just makes it impossible to fucking open up. And while I have all this here, I'm going to open up my Intellivision. I don't know if you remember a while back, I got an Intellivision. The guy said it didn't work or whatever. And I was just going to fuck around with it and try to see if I can't make it come back to life. And then I got to the actual board encased in all that metal that that Intellivision decided, I don't know, they wanted to use an entire spool of solder on each fucking console. This one we might not even have to use the wick. This one's very agreeable, you know. I should have put some more flux down. Oh well. Oh shit. Get off of there, boy. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Are we clear? No, we're not clear yet. It's the same motherfucker. I wish I could keep this from turning. Is there a way? No, these are just pins. These are just pins, and I tried to push these in as far as I could, but there we go. I wish I could have fucking music playing in the background. Like a stupid YouTube. Like I'm trying to make money using someone else's music. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a little this. Meat. Just going to lay this across it. That needs it a little bit. Oh fuck! I hate when I do that. if you don't pull it away or kind of wiggle while you're doing it, the fucker sticks to it, you know, because it's sucking up the solder, and then the solder, you know, cools. And I don't know why I just blew on it. There's no fucking debris or anything. All right. Where is... All right. I'm going to be fighting with the same 2 prongs in the far left here, but this looks like it's a lot more agreeable. I don't know if you hear that hum in the background. That is actually going to be in the sunroom with me when we start doing streams and stuff out of the studio. I got one for free on the Facebook Marketplace finally, a little heater for the room, you know? So, what's everybody up to today? You guys can all chat while I'm working. God, there's 11 of you in here. What the fuck? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Just to let you guys know, if you're fairly new coming in today, I am trying new things, and one of them is I set a goal for super chats. It's not a big deal either way, but I have. If you live in the lower 48 states and you're part of me reaching my 5 super chat goal, I have for you. Again, you have to live in the 48 states, unfortunately. Copy of Demon Attack for the Intellivision to celebrate the new one coming out, and a pair of fucking Thumb Buddies. Recasted Intellivision Amico discs that you can glue or on your new Intellivision console to make those shitty console controllers work a lot better. But yeah, if I reach that before the end of the stream, I'll do a quick little giveaway. And if you live in the lower 48 states, I'll have that out within a week or so. Give or take. I don't even have any money in my bank account right now. 70 cents. Not complaining. I don't give a shit. Not money motivated. But I'll find a way to get it to you. I always do. But there's never any pressure. I've never really done the whole Patreon thing or asked for any of that stuff. But I figured it wouldn't hurt. And I'm curious as to what the new feature does. So I don't know if it does anything for you, or what happens when the timer expires. Because I set it for an hour. My usual stream length. All right, yeah, that one just came right the fuck out. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to clean up my little connections here. I'm going to clean them up, which is just a thing of wick. And then we'll just put it back together and see if it even fucking works. Oh my god. Oh my god. You want to try it without the controller too? No, I'll put it in. The Stun Buddy works great. I have some myself. Awesome, dude. I'm glad you enjoy them. Don't lie. If you really don't think they're viable or they work well or anything like that. Yeah, don't be afraid to be like, yeah, I mean, they're all right. They're kooky. All right, this one doesn't really need it. This one, it doesn't technically need it either. But there you go. Right here. Right here. It's all cleaned up. Same with this one. And now what I'm going to do, in order to keep things from being fucked up, I'm just going to slip this bad Larry right in. I'm going to slip this bad Larry right in. Alright, make sure I have this stupid... Again, there's like this weird clip thing here. I don't know if you can see it there in the middle. But it's clip shaped. And I believe I can make this work without it. However, I do not wish to. So I should, in theory, be able to just line up these holes. Oh, let me just make sure these are clean. Because if these have a blob, then it's not going to go through the hole now, is it? Oop, there we go. There we go. And it should just go, boop, just like that. Just like that. Yeah, that's too bad that pin... Actually, it's damaged back here, too. Are you okay? Do you need any pain medicine? Do you need any medicine? All right. You know what, guys? We may have just discovered something. We may have just discovered something. Maybe it was a factory flaw. Because I might be able, because this pin isn't even pushed in all the way. Wow. I might be able to just fix it all together. Player 2 might be a little wonky, but let me move this out of the way. Bring you down here. So, this pin right here, God, I hope you can see any of this. This fucking camera sucks, but it was free, and I'm grateful to have it. This pin right here, I thought it snapped, but now I have to look in here. I don't know if you can see that the pin on the inside, this closer to this, has kind of like a wee going, whereas the rest are flush. I'm wondering if I grab the tip of this, pull it. Oh my God. I'm going to consider that fucking repaired. So judging by the pin itself, whoever decided to put this in forcefully did it. Because the pin isn't even lining up. Oh yeah, it's coming, it just comes right out. I wonder if there's something I can do to make that not so. Is that pin going to go in every time? I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to put a little super glue in there. Fuck it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It won't work. So what? Big deal. Fuck it. I may have just fucking repaired this. Like, legit repaired it. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that be. I was gonna let that sit a minute while we let me put a little on the back side here too. Just on this one pin. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna put that aside. We're gonna bring the console back and we're gonna solder controller port 1 that we now have ready to rock and roll. Wow, what best case scenario, guys? You guys are the best. You know that? If you weren't here while I was doing this, this would never have fucking happened. Never have happened. Bring you back. All right. Just slipped right in. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of prom night. I wish I had like a little spool thing. But I don't have like an actual setup. I don't even have fucking wire. I mean, I do, but it's like all kinds of recycled wire. Or the wire I do have is way too, oh shit. Alright, well. There we go. I couldn't get the fucking flow. You saw me flux it, right? Maybe. There we go. And there we go. I mean, it's not all soldered, but I don't want the board to get too fucking warm. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing here, but I have to do it at this weird angle. Sorry. God, I love that crunch. And then watching the solder just flow into the hole. It's good shit. For some reason it's not flowing over in that top left corner. Try that. Reach in. If your solder's not flowing, clean the tip and reflow some solder on it. Tin it again. There we go. Perfect. Just like my mama told me I should do it. Alright. Alright, I got them bridged with the solder blob. We're looking right here. And let me get out my super duper bionic eyes and make sure I didn't bridge anything that we don't need bridged. Oh my god, that's a big blob of solder. Oh, we should be good. And if we're not, well, everything's here. We can go back to it, right? I'm going to leave my hat off. I'm sorry, guys. My hair's fucked up. I haven't cut it in like months. And I don't think I will. I think I'm going to grow it again. Except, you know, I won't let it get all stringy like I did last time. So. Hey, while you're here, don't forget to do the stuff to make the things happen, right? The likes and the fucking... and the subscriptions and all that crap. Help me out. Help me be a big boy. All right. I think we like legit repaired this. And I'm glad I'm doing it on controller too. Because... I don't know. Alright, where are my fucking glasses? Anything going on over here? Brian, what's going on, buddy? Brian F. I have one of those PCB holder Amazon specials. Comes in handy. It does. I was telling everyone earlier I got it in this package for $10 from somebody down in Cambridge. We drove right past Santopio's to get it. Maybe it wasn't Cambridge. I don't remember. But we passed Santopio's. Wow, this board is gross. The flux. They didn't even clean the flux afterwards, which I don't have an alcohol well or brush. It's all right. I hardly ever use one. What is that? Oh, that's a nut. I was like, what the fuck is that thing? All right, this should be dry enough to do the right thing, you know? Let's see. Wow, this went a lot smoother than I anticipated. All right, are we lining up? Oh, yeah. I almost decided to break that clip just to make it easier. I was going to do that before the show. But then my brain said, no. We'll start with these three fuckers that get connected. But, oh yeah, back to the chat. But yeah, no, it came with, there was a soldering iron. There's also helping hands, but they fell apart. But this lady, I guess her and her husband were going to get into electronics. They couldn't figure it out. And she just gave it off for $10. I'm like, I can't refuse that. What is it about this side? It came off clean and it's soldering clean. This side I wouldn't consider, I would say this was like a class 2 solder joint at best. It would pass for class 2 or 3, but not, or, you know, I'm sorry, 1 or 2. Whichever direction that goes, I can't never remember. I have my J standard, but I don't know. Again, they taught us how to get the answers. They gave us the book. We talked once in a while. We did a lot of actual practical soldering. But then when it came time for tests, they were just like, all right, dude, here's the test online. Here's the book. You have to figure it out. All right, let's let that fucking cool. Look at this. Look at that. There's nothing to it, man. In fact, there's room for more. These are all like just jumpers and space and staples. You got a bunch of capacitors doing the capaciting thing, or resistors rather. Yeah, fucking diode over here. I kind of know what some of the stuff is. Like, that's the voltage regulator. There's power inside of that cap. I just don't know what any of it really, truly does in context. I know this regulates the voltage to what the board likes, you know. I know these are switches. You know what? While we got this open, let's clean out the switches. This is just deoxit. Nothing supernatural. There we go. Might as well, right? Just need to figure out. All right, let's see. Bears friend says, not lying. They added more tactileness to your thumbs on the disc. Oh, okay. I'm glad. Yeah, because it raises it right above. I think the biggest flaw of the Intellivision controller is the disc being reset, or I should say inset into the controller with that weird lip thing. And I get what the design was trying to do, but if they had done that but gave the disc itself maybe a little something like what I came up with. I actually have an extra one of the full-size discs that I was going to marry with a Genesis controller D-pad. I wasn't sure how well that would work because the thing spins too, you know. I think having the thumb buddy here is a better idea now, but I don't know what happened to that project. It's long fucking gone. It's long gone. So this is a kind of a situation you don't really see on Atari 2600 Juniors or 2600s. And that's like a reset for, this has the 30, I know I've said it 100 times, but I don't know who's coming in and going or whatever. But this has the 32-in-1 cartridge built into it. And that's what this does, something, I don't know. You know what, let's do this. Let's get it in the cartridge port too. I'm almost out of this. We'll let that clean and do its thing. Guys, deoxit is amazing. Deoxit's amazing. A long time ago, a good friend of ours, Mr. Richard Haywood of Bacon Ice Cream Production fame, gifted me his, I guess it was the Founders Atari VCS. It had been a victim of the flood that he was a victim of. Jersey got fucked up with a hurricane a bunch of years ago. And I think he's in Jersey. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. And first of all, I'm going to do something I never do. I'm going to button this up before we test it. I would never do that. But I'm going to do it. I'm just going to fucking do it. I don't care. But he had a flood, and it destroyed almost everything in his basement. Oh, I should say it compromised almost everything in his basement. And there we go. He gifted it to me to see if I could get it going again, and I did. And what made it happen, honestly, was the other can. I got this in a 2-pack. The other can. I literally just douched it in this, got a little toothbrush in there, cleaned it out. I got some, like, I think it was 1200 sand grit, cleaning a few spots, cleaned it again with this, let it sit overnight, and it fired right up. Fired right up. You'd be surprised by what a tiny little bit of corrosion. Man, I don't think any of those flowed through. Oh, no, they did. They did. They're just, wow, I got a gigantic interview coming on the 11th. Working on microwave things for helicopters. What's up, kid? You getting hungry again? Well, you're going to have to wait just a little bit unless you want to make your own eggie or something.
I think I might use any mashed potatoes. Mom should have, I think, got some.
Yeah, do you know how to make those? Well, she just got the cheap packet kind.
Yeah, I know. Warm up the water, put the packet in, leaving straight.
Yeah, I would put a blob of butter about almost half of an inch thick in it for flavor because those potatoes are garbage. She just bought them for a quick something for you.
I am so tired.
All right, well, let me finish this up, and I'll either help you with the potatoes or whatever.
Can I get kisses?
Yeah. Look at you. Everyone clap and praise this kid. She had 4 of her stones ripped right out of the back of her fucking head. And she's been cool about it. She had her first Percocet experience, really, the other night. And goddamn was it awesome.
It was hilarious.
She's all like, I promised myself I would never do any drugs. Oh, hold on. You guys want to... All right, let's pull it up, shall we?
I told my friend about
You know what?
it.
She's getting to experience oxys for the first time. Not that you better get used to using them. Poor kid just had her wisdom teeth out, but you know what? She's getting to experience oxys for the first time. Not that you better get used to using them.
No, I told myself no drugs.
I just realized I have copyright stuff in here. Oh, someone called me too. Oh, that would happen to be the missus. Oh God, what now?
Oh God. Goodness gracious.
I'll worry about it afterwards. But yeah, she got all banged up.
The hardest part about this
Yeah?
was a couple hours after we got home. That was like the worst pain in my life.
Yeah.
And yesterday was
Worst
fine.
pain in your life so far.
So far. It was pain so far. And then today's a lot of swallowing and aching, mostly on my right side.
Okay, very cool. You're distracting me and I don't want to break this. So why don't you go relax and we'll either make the potatoes or I'll take care of it when I'm done here.
Okay.
Alright. Love you too. Bye-bye. I've been waiting hand and foot on her for like the past 3 days, so she can handle me telling her to fuck off for a few minutes, right? Howard says, wishing you a speedy recovery. Howard Allen, guitarist extraordinaire. And I'm missing one of these screws. I should have noted which one when I fucking took the thing apart. But the reason I'm buttoning it up is because if it's not working now, I mean, we've gone the hour. I'm surprised. And, I want to say one of these posts snapped, and that's why. I don't know what took me so long to do this. I've been wanting to do this for like a fucking decade almost. Oh, that's right. This one right here, the post had snapped. So we're going to put this bad Larry in this one. But I'm looking at the markings on it. Oh, you can't see it again. That's all right. I'm literally just turning a Phillips head screw. You're not missing anything. All right. Let me, I'll swap that over though. Looks like Goodwill. You got this at Goodwill. Has the Goodwill Chinese, what do they call them? Chinese markers. They're like wax pens or something like that you unravel. We used to have those at the art shop. Mostly white people would buy. White, black, and red. And I think we had yellow and a couple of other things. Oh my God! Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Howard. I have one of the PCB holders from Amazon. Okay, we already did all that. So, if you guys will just fucking be patient with me for a second, I have everything right here. The TV, I have controllers and a power supply for this bad Larry. I'm surprised I got that right the first time. Sometimes you fight with that. But yeah, there's nothing underneath the black and white switch. I always thought that was fun. Give me one moment. You know what? Just look at it. Just fucking look at it. And I'll keep talking to you while I do this. Let me put a few things away while I got a moment, yeah? While I have the moment. This belongs up here. And I do have a game. I have a game ready to go. We're going to fucking play some Yas Revenge on the Atari 2600. Alright, but I do have to move my computer. You think it's gonna work, buddy?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's about time you've been fucking positive with me, kid. Jeepers creepers, you know? Actually, what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be turning this around so you can see the TV. Here, look at that. All right? Look at that. Let me get the TV up and plugged in. Undo the Atari 2600. Power supply. I'll do. I think this is the one that came with my heavy sixer. That was gifted to me. Wow, a lot of things get gifted to me. I'm a broke bitch, you know. Either that or people just really like me. I don't understand. I wouldn't fucking like me. Like, dude, you are the most inconsistent cocksucker I have ever met. And you smell of elderberries. Alright, plug the little thing in to tell the machine to send the signals to the stuff. Alright. Alright, it's plugged in there. Let me plug this into the wall, the TV into the wall. I saw the spark. I saw the spark of life. Alright, let's bring you down. Oh, I didn't even turn it on. I don't know why it's fucking even on. Alright, let's put a little bit of Yaz Revenge in this bad Larry. Where's my controller? Alright, let's do this. First of all, we'll show a picture. Oh, you know what? Let's do it without the thing in it. All right, we do have power. The light lights up. Am I connected properly here? Let me try this. Just make sure that's in the coaxial. The coaxial, faxal, minaxal. All right, come on. Oh! Hey guys, I gotta power the console, don't I? Let me unplug my guitar. Fuck, unplug my phone too. These fucking wall warts are a fucking nightmare. There we go. Yay! So, to go through the games, there's a switchback here. Right? It's pretty cool. Well, can you hot swap it? Hold on. No, you can't hot swap it. Let me put Yaz Revenge in. I don't remember if I ever had trouble with the cartridge port. God, these old consoles, right? Am I right? No, let's try a different cartridge. Give me a moment, guys. I'm sorry. coming back. I'm sorry. Everyone's unsubscribed now. We'll give that a minute. I gotta get my controller too. Where did I put the controller? We can't play the game without the controller. I brought a controller out here. What the fuck happened to it? Ah! It's behind me for convenience. There goes my fucking paintbrushes. Interesting. Interesting. I guess the controller port doesn't work anymore. I know I just sprayed deoxit in it, but it should be dry by now. Well, maybe this is why I stopped giving a shit about this thing. It's very possible I forgot that it just doesn't work. Except for these stupid games. Well, you know what? I got my Ranger controller out. Let's play one of these fucking games. Why do you guys subscribe? Alright. Alright. Alright, up and down is not working. Let's find a game I know how to play very well and would like to play. Look at this stupid ass. We'll play some bowling. Alright. Okay, well, the directional ports are still goofy, so the board might be fucked up. Because I can't get any directions now. Or I fucked up and didn't solder it enough. But, oh well. Fuck. Not that I really gave a shit about this thing, but... Come on, work. Oh well. Well, it's one more failure. Shit happens, right? I fucking made a giant mess in here for nothing. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it apart and then, reflow the solder and make sure everything works. And you know what? And if it does work, we'll do an update video on the damn thing. But if you want to see what it was all about, I should have thought enough to put the the link in the description. But if you go to, I believe I have a playlist called The Clone Wars or something like that. Stupid, playing with the name. Where is... I'll clean this all up after I'm done here. But guys, thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. Looks like I gotta go make some fucking mashed potatoes. This is frustrating. But it's probably something I did or didn't do. Just trying to, for the interest of time, play around with it. But yeah, I don't know. And the only reason I put it together is because I had to unplug the soldering iron to plug the television in. So it wouldn't matter. We weren't going to be able to get into it right now unless I really wanted to extend the stream. But I do have a sore child in need right now who, regardless of how you feel, supersedes any needs that you may have to see my console work. And that's really all there is to that. So I'm going to go do that and then clean up after myself. Guys, thanks for hanging out this afternoon. Again, I apologize for not being around much this week. I've been fucked up. I'm not going to lie. I've been fucked up. And I'm still kind of there. And I don't really know where, what, hows, and whens, but I don't know. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. You never know. But regardless, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're fucking doing well. And for all I know, I may have not have fixed this a long time ago because it wasn't working. It very well could have been, the case. But either way, I was really excited to play Yar's Revenge, but Pac-Man in my video game dust sleeve would have been a nice game to play as well. I'm glad I didn't have to use it, but I was going to show you a little trick with this with the electronic components. Actually, I'm going to leave this out because I have a guitar pedal I need to build. And I think I'll just leave it out and we'll do that. And maybe if I feel like it, I'll set up the stream again. Ain't no one going to be home until after 6 o'clock after I get done feeding her. So you know what? Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know, but I want to thank you guys for coming in. I want to thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me while I do this. You know, regardless of if it bore fruit or not. I have fun doing these kind of things, and it's a great excuse to filter my brain. But with that, guys, I got potatoes to go make. Shitty potatoes, but potatoes nonetheless. Take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye. This shirt lies. I'm an Imperial sympathizer.